Hey guys, I am Jess and I'm here with a new guest, two new guests.
Hello.
I'm here with Scott Butterworth and Joe from Telltale Games.
Hi.
And I'm trying to keep my cool because holy lord do I love Telltale Games.
Thank you.
I have effectively not kept my cool for the last 5 minutes of introducing myself. So let's see how I do for the next 15.
He's really been like blushing and like gushing this whole time. I'm like, really? Cool.
I can't wait. I mean, like, any E3 that comes with more news on Telltale Games, I'm so damn pumped.
Well, we brought the pain this year, so
You have nailed it. You've got two massive things coming up.
I do.
You're talking Walking Dead Season 3.
Yes.
And Batman.
Batman the Telltale series.
Holy crap.
So it's a super busy year for us. You know, we're trying to build the studio and really Telltale's work to feel more like a TV network.
Yeah.
And more like kind of like a playable Netflix or HBO. We're learning from storytellers and movie makers and show makers just as much as we're learning from game makers and trying to do our own thing and kind of fall somewhere in between.
Yeah.
You know, we're building different games in different genres. And they all have sort of adventure game mechanics that we're used to as, you know, people that play games, but people coming into the Telltale experience, it's, you know, it's really something for everyone. So.
Yeah. I have so much to ask you. First off, I'm going to put the call out on Twitch chat I'm reading because I know so many of you guys had so many questions. So if you have questions about Walking Dead or Batman, post them in the chat and I will try and look over. I'd love to know, are we going to see changes to the gameplay formula? Obviously, you guys do have a formula, but there have been changes between each season of Walking Dead.
I think people ask often about a Telltale formula, and we'd call it more of a format.
Sure.
It's, formula is more, you know, for us, you look at stories and formula is sort of like two guys, a girl, and a pizza place.
Yes,
but
very right.
For us, going from different genres, like with Walking Dead, for a sort of a zombie apocalypse drama, there's a different sort of formula to storytelling in those genres. But no, if you've played a Telltale game before, you are going to feel comfortable in understanding you're going to be making difficult decisions, talking different characters, and a lot of role-playing that happens in the cinematic Telltale language.
Yep.
So it'll feel familiar, but we are also making a lot of enhancements. We've upgraded our engine this year, better lighting effects, and a lot of bells and whistles. And things are going to be running much more smoothly.
Lovely.
But for all of our games this year, this is kind of a bold new step, but you know, things are running on every platform as well. So you're going to be playing these games on console and on mobile and on tablets and PC, and so lots of new things here. But so what do you want to get into first? Batman or Walking Dead?
Okay. Let's do Walking Dead.
Okay.
I feel like we'll start with Walking Dead. Okay, one of the questions I got a lot of is people want to know how long after the events of season 2.
Okay, so the third season, which our logo doesn't even say season 3, and we may fix that later, but I think at this point it's sort of become an ongoing series, just like a TV show. It's come back for its third season. But it's also a new entry point. So you're going to be playing as two characters. The first is, you know, fans recognize her. This is Clementine. She has survived, and the other is a newcomer. You haven't seen him in the comics or anywhere in the show or the games. He is from a Cuban family, and he is not with his family right now. He is with Clem, and you are going to be playing as both. He's absolutely central to the story. And they are really at a point in the timeline that's kind of where the comics are now, or kind of where the show is right now. And if you played the first season of Walking Dead, it started at the outbreak, and Clementine was about 8 years old, and by the end, you found out by talking to the stranger that she had just turned 9. For the second season, she was maybe about 10 or 11. It's a little nebulous, and as time goes on, and as people are alone in the woods and in the dark, and you know, just trying to survive, it's tough to even recognize if everyone is even still celebrating birthdays.
Right, of course.
But now we're a couple more years in, and Clem is sort of in her early teenage years, so we're not quite definitive, but I'd say 13 or 14 for Clementine's age, and that's how far we are in. So 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 4 or 5-ish and half-ish years, and that's how far we are in now, at least where you saw in the teaser, but there's a lot of ground to cover for what happened to these characters from the point of the outbreak and to where they are now. And I think, without spoiling anything, I think narratively we'll be exploring a lot of ground to get everyone up to speed.
So I'm
now just like, well, as you were talking about age, I'm thinking in my head, like, wouldn't it be cool if like Ellie from The Last of Us and Clem teamed up and we're like this zombie fighting duo?
I've read that / fanfic.
Yeah, no, it's kind of pathetic that I'm over here like writing fanfic, but I mean, I'm equally excited about The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think the other question everyone had was, are the choices from season 1 and 2 going to matter in 3?
100%, yeah.
100%. Great.
But also it's unique as well because we are also building a new entry point where if you haven't played the others, we highly encourage you to do so.
Of course.
But if you've never played a Telltale game yet or a Walking Dead episode, you can start with this 3rd season.
Yeah.
But obviously a lot of things have happened and a lot of different things have happened, especially at the end of season 2. So no matter where you left off, we're going to be working with really a way to have people carry their saves over from the platforms they were playing on.
Yeah.
And, if anything's happened or if you don't have that system anymore, we're going to make this very, very easy to ensure that you're going into the 3rd season with a sense that this is where you left off individually. And but yes, every choice has mattered, but at the same time, if you haven't played it, it's going to be okay. And if you saw the teaser, like even things, the fans were just mentioning this in the boards, but Clem's missing a finger, and I've mentioned this before, but yes, absolutely, that's not for everyone, and that could be tied to a decision that you might have to make, or it might be tied to a decision you've already made, and it's already your fault. So it's not.
Okay, come on.
So, no, that sounds like Walking Dead. Just lots of guilt and regret, and everything is terrible.
We are tracking lots of action games and shooters. They track, where your headshots are landing and how many touchdowns you're landing, and we're really tracking all the decisions and that you're making and how you're treating people, and we're keeping an eye on your conscience.
Clem scoring a lot of touchdowns in Walking Dead 3.
Yes,
that is
spoilers.
Fantastic.
Go team.
But yeah, it's our biggest season yet. It's our biggest undertaking. We haven't said anything really about the episode lengths yet or how many there will be.
Okay, that's the other thing everyone's asking.
I think you can expect a full-length season akin to the first 2.
Yeah. I'm going to shut up and let Scott ask about Batman.
Hi, Scott.
No, yeah, I mean, I know that like we only have you for a limited amount of time. So,
cool.
Let's move on to Batman.
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing that's most intriguing to me about Batman is that you can play much of the experience as Bruce Wayne. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about sort of the premise of the season and how the game is going to allow players to sort of, from what I understand, choose if they're playing as Bruce or as Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, gosh, where do I begin? Bruce Wayne, Batman, 75 years worth of stories with this character. He's above and beyond a pop culture icon, and hundreds of different actors and writers and directors, comics, TV, film, games, amazing games. It's he's been all over every form of popular media for the better part of a century, and everyone kind of gets to do their own take on it. And we've been dying to do it for years, and we have a great partnership with DC and Warner Brothers, and we've been sort of just itching to do this for a long time because he's such a complex character.
Yeah.
Because he's been through so much. He's been through this trauma. He's lost his parents, and obviously he's not your average everyday kid. He comes from this amazing legacy and this world, this billionaire society that's at the heart of Gotham, and he's also decided to do something phenomenal and unheard of and incredible and go out and crusade the night and try and protect Gotham. So he has this really complex dual life and this fractured psyche that is just totally ripe for a Telltale experience for role-playing. And we've been dying to do our own take on it. And it's entirely our own story. It's not based on another movie or a different show or game or comic or anything like that. It's really based on the icon, and it's our own canon. So we've always wanted to explore more than anyone else has what it's like to play as Bruce Wayne and tell a Bruce Wayne story just as much as we're telling a Batman story, because they're both the same person. So it's pretty intense, and there's a lot that we've learned from all of our series that we've been doing for the last few years, and a lot that you'll see in here that we hope will surprise you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, I mean, with Batman, is it going to be a similar sort of like gameplay mechanics that we're going to see in Walking Dead Season 3, or is there different?
Familiar mechanics, yes. I will say that, He is the world's greatest detective as well.
Yes.
So there are a few mechanics that you haven't quite seen in a Telltale game before.
Cool.
As he's sort of unraveling some criminal activity and villainy.
Great.
But we do like to keep it all of the mechanics focused on the narrative. So
yeah.
We present this cinematic narrative experience. We want to keep you immersed, and the mechanics that sort of touch on that sort of keep the flow going and keep you thinking and really keep you in character.
That's amazing.
So you guys have talked about the timeline for when these are coming out and when players can expect to actually be able to play these for themselves?
For both of these
series?
So you will be playing Batman, the Telltale series. Will be premiering this summer. You can download it digitally. You can also buy a retail season pass disc.
Yeah.
You can download the rest of the episodes as they're finished, and that's end of the summer, probably sometime around August.
Yeah.
And then for Walking Dead season 3, that'll be premiering later this fall. So sometime after school starts. So before school, Batman. After school, Walking Dead.
That sounds so amazing. I would like to just keep you and ask you like 300 more questions.
Unfortunately,
I have to say goodbye. But I will, yeah. I'll awkwardly keep in touch.
You can always email us. You can always tweet at us.
Okay.
Anyone watching?
I'll just send you my list.
Okay. All right. I'll work on it on the plane home.
That would be great.
You heard it, chat. Be sure to annoy Job with all of your Telltale questions.
Yeah, that's really what we're going with
today. We'll do our hardest to tell you as much as we can without spoiling the story.
Okay. Well, I think it's safe to say everyone is so bloody excited
for
what you guys are bringing out next.
Here, so.
You do awesome stuff.
Thank you.
I know
it's an awesome team that does this, and I'm just one of an amazing group in San Rafael. And hello to everyone back home. And thanks for working hard. And
hi, Mom.
Hi.
Well, that's wonderful. Hi to everyone's moms.
Yes.
Moms.
Happy Mother's Day.
I'm getting an American accent. Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to take a short break, but we will be right back with more fun things to show you.